check.
Yeah, no, I honestly wish I would have caught that because before we started recording, Ashley Engle made a butt joke and uncorked a belch like a longshoreman, like a truck driver on his fourth Salisbury steak. Pastor Ashley blasting belches all over the pod. And the problem is I didn't catch it because I wasn't quick enough on the record button. But that's on me, guys.
No one's going to believe
Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Burpy, burpy, fart, farts. Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah. It was gross. And it was like a...
That did not happen. And everyone listening knows that didn't happen.
See, and that's the thing. This is... You cannot do this. You have to own up to your bodily sounds. You simply must. And here's the thing. You can't do this because now it's the girl that belched wolf. You've done it and now you're lying about it. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half, and I'm here with my brother, the liar.
Oh my! I'm here with my brother, the liar.
My brother,
it's a pretty good title,
The liar.
but inaccurate.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm over here fielding texts from our family text thread. We've had a big development.
Listen, breaking news.
Breaking news. None of you will care about it, but you know what? Let's share it anyway.
Yeah.
So, how many years ago did we start this Christmas tradition?
It's got to be 8.
8 to 10.
8 to 10, somewhere in there, coming up on us. We're sniffing a decade.
We are. So we're going to say about 10 years ago, I found a hedgehog home decoration.
Yep.
It's a hedgehog.
Yeah. At your local hedgehog home decoration emporium.
Right. And he was on clearance. I want to say he was like 70 cents. He's just a little fella. He fits in your hand.
Is that really all he was?
He was, yeah.
Dude.
And so I had the idea of, oh my gosh, I just had a vision of the future by mentioning this right now.
Go on.
Things about to get crazy is what I'm saying. And just let me finish.
No
Brandon,
one is
quit trying to keep me from telling the story. So I purchased him and I thought, you know what? We're going to start a family tradition. First of all, this guy's name is going to be Roger, the Christmas Hedgehogger. Mm-hmm. And it is.
It's to this day.
And so it was.
And so it was, and so it shall be. Visions of the future with Belcher Ashley.
Anyway, so I bought him, and so the tradition is this. Each year it gets passed to one of the households in our family. And at this time there are 3. Mom and Dad, you guys, and then our family.
And House Targaryen. There are
and so there's 4.
And Horace Torgorgan.
And so each year the person has to add something new to Roger.
Accessorize him
In some way.
Yes.
And so sometimes it's unique to the year. Like he got a COVID vax card a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he did.
And we put a bejeweled mask on him during the pandemic Christmas. He looks really tacky at this point.
It's Coco Chanel always said, look in the mirror and remove one accessory before you leave the house. And,
Did she really?
She did say that, yeah. And
Look at you.
Yeah, well, listen, here's the thing. I'm passionate about Coco Chanel biographies.
Yeah.
I've read all of them.
Sure.
And I live by the principles that she has set forth. 1, shower 3 times daily.
Okay.
2,
We all know that's not true.
2, no sugary cereals.
Okay.
Ever. And 3,
A lovely string of pearls.
always
daily.
look in the mirror
Okay.
and remove one accessory before you leave the house. Now, that's 2 lies and a truth, and I want you to decide which one Coco Chanel actually said, but she did say one of them.
Okay.
I can't speak to her affinity for sugary cereals, nor can I speak to her showering practices, but I can say that she said one accessory before you leave the house. And Roger the Hedgehogger, he clearly has not read up on
It's fashion,
Coco Chanel.
Brenda.
It's called
Look it up.
Fashion Roger the Christmas Hedgehogger.
So anyway, all of this to say, we're fielding texts right now from Crindy to the rest of the family Okay, so each year it gets passed
Sorry,
to
that
a
was
new.
I was a heavy-handed mug set down.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking too much time on this. Anyway, each year it gets passed on Christmas morning to the next family, and then they have him for the year. He must be prominently displayed somewhere in the home, and then they add an accessory and send him on to, and we'd go in a rotation. This year, Roger was not present on Christmas morning, and
Hold on, thank you, producer. He just sent me quote by Coco Chanel: "Before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take at least one thing off." Now that gets a little dicier than what I was saying. I said accessories. I didn't know, guys.
Coco.
I do not condone these Coco behaviors.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Go back to what you were saying.
Okay, anyway. So Roger didn't show up on Christmas morning. Thank you for that, producer. We're so glad you're here today.
I
Happy
am
New Year.
so happy. New Year.
So he didn't show up, and I thought it was our fault. I thought it was our year. Well, Crindy was just cleaning out the attic, and she found him. So we're all so relieved.
Yeah.
And she said she would double bedazzle him to make up for this lapse.
No, but here's
So
the thing.
I can't wait to see him next year.
I feel like I feel like you were let to stew in the.
I've been stewing. I've been trying to
guilt.
find him in my house.
And listen, guys, Ashley Engle
Can stew.
she's got a stew going.
I got a stew going,
She's
baby.
a slow cooker of neuroses that has been bubbling for 50 years.
I want that on a t-shirt with a crock pot.
With you,
Steaming crock
and
pot.
you just shrugging out of it, just single tear rolling down your face.
The cover of my autobiography, the cover art. So anyway, guys, good news. Roger has been found.
I know you guys were right there in the stew pot. I know you guys were bubbling.
For anyone who's still hanging on with us today, happy 2023.
It's great. And listen, we are 30, flirty, and thriving. This is our 30th episode.
What in the world?
I don't understand.
I don't either.
It's been a whirlwind.
It has been a whirlwind.
30-week whirlwind. 29 weeks. We did 2 in the first week.
We did.
We got a little overzealous.
We did.
That's okay though.
That's okay. So I noticed that your Christmas decorations are still up.
Yeah.
So were ours.
Yes. So
I support it.
I feel like it really comes down to like what is it? The 7 stages of grief. We're in the denial stage right now. We have not yet gotten to bargaining. We're about to be at like anger or whatever I don't know what they all are. But
and finally,
producer, look those up for me, please.
acceptance. So anyway, ours are still up too. And this reminded me of when we first moved into our current home and we had it painted. And we basically essentially had to move in with Harry and Crindy for 6 weeks. What are the stages of grief, producer? Put them up on the screen.
Hold on. It's loading. He had to get off of the 8 memorable Coco Chanel quotes page that was literally just
He went
sitting
down
up there.
the rabbit hole with Coco.
It's 5 stages of grief.
5.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. I might have 3 of those right now.
Is that possible?
I'm angry, depressed, and in denial. And I'm out here bargain hunting. Yeah. Found that one in the closet.
It's a good one. We got a sound effect closet at this point. Thanks to our sound effect sponsor, Sweetie.
We started with a sound effects bag.
Yeah.
And now we've a closet.
We've a
We've a
closet.
whole closet.
Ready for the new year.
Yup.
With all the
new year, new
effects.
us.
That's
New
right.
year, new us.
So we had our home painted, and they started painting in December, at the end of December, and I came home and they had prepped the house for painting. They had wrapped the Christmas tree in plastic. The whole thing.
Your Christmas tree right now?
No. I'm saying 10 years ago when we moved into our house and had it painted.
Oh.
They wrapped that thing up. It was up till March.
Well, sure.
And then when they unwrapped it, I thought, I'm just going to leave this up for a couple more weeks to enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't
Might
have
as
anywhere
well.
else. I don't have anywhere else to put these ropes and steak knives, and they're stuck in the wall holding this thing up. I don't need to do anything about it.
That's right. Call back. So anyway, it's just been, you know what?
What?
It has been the best / weirdest couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this time after Christmas is bizarre and wonderful.
Yeah, no, we discussed in a previous episode, it is a no man's land.
It is.
Where calories don't exist.
Yeah.
You don't worry about them. You don't
No.
you have nowhere to be really. Everybody, the year's just winding down.
Jeff's been home so much. We've been
Frankly,
sleeping in. It's
Frankly,
so
I'm
great.
sick of it. He's been home so much and I'm up to here with it.
No, it's
I'm
been
up to here.
fantastic. But truly, I'm in denial and I'm in mourning about going back to the regular pace of life. If I'm being honest,
Yeah,
I'm a
well,
little bit sad about it.
you're stewing in the pot.
I'm stewing
of
in
your
my
neuroses.
crock pot of neuroses.
Just a slow cooker full of neuroses. And everybody, guys, listen, I agree that getting back to the regular pace of life is not something that I'm particularly excited about, but we still kind of have like a week-ish of it at this house because Benny
school's
doesn't,
not
well,
in.
Ben's not.
Right.
So I'm here with him.
Right.
So it's like I really don't have an option but to work from home, which is great.
Yeah.
So I'll just do that.
I know. It's just when you get that time off, it's just so sweet, isn't it? It's just sweet.
It's just so sweet.
Just sweet. So what you been up to this week or weekend, B, in this weird time?
In this weird chasm.
Chasm of time of what day is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I've lost track. New Year's Eve was in this past week. Did quite literally nothing.
Yeah.
Quite literally nothing. Sat on the couch, ate pizza pie.
Yes.
A
I'm
delicious,
familiar.
It's maybe you've heard of it. It's an Italian dish, and Italy is shaped like a boot. Maybe you've heard of pizza.
Heard of it.
I went and got it. It's crust.
Okay.
And then a sauce.
Sure.
Of your choosing, primarily a red sauce, but then just various toppings. Sure. Only limited by your imagination. And pizza pie. And so we had some pizza pie on New Year's Eve.
Keep saying it.
And
how many times can you say pizza pie?
You don't want to.
I don't want to do it.
There was one time when my friends, I was playing like a cover show, like a cover gig, and it was at an art gallery. And my friends asked me, how many times do you think you can make it through the song Wonderwall in a row before people notice?
Oh.
I made it 3.5 times through Wonderwall before anybody even looked at me like something was off.
Whoa.
It was thrilling. By the time I was getting into that third one, I was like, someone has to notice. They didn't.
Wow.
Which just goes to show you.
It was a little depressing.
Either I'm choosing to believe that Wonderwall is just a really palatable, good song that people want to hear.
It's a good background.
But the reality is,
no one was listening.
No one there cared enough to press next on what I was doing. So, nothing. Pizza pie.
Yes.
Had a pizza pie. Ate it. Ate a pizza pie and watched the New Year's. You know, one thing as I get older, I look forward to the New Year's coverage because I don't know who anyone is.
Right? Have you ever felt so
I am
at the same time out of it / smug?
Oh gosh.
It's a combo.
Who are these youths?
Who is this?
Who are these ticky-talkies?
Who are
out
you?
Here, Times Square. Out here in Times Square, standing in a big hubble, standing in a big crowd, not moving for hours. Half y'all are wearing diapers. Half y'all are wearing diapers because you can't make your way to the toilet bowl in time because you're packed in like sardines. Tick-tock sardines in your diaties.
I want TikTok sardines in your
Just
diaties.
pee pee poo poo dies out here in
I've
Times
always
Square.
thought that looked awful.
It seems
like
awful.
a terrible experience.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Cold.
Not a pizza pie in sight.
No bathroom. Because in Times Square.
Everyone's pants are their bathroom.
But no, for reals. In Times Square, there's a shortage of public restrooms down there.
I'm telling you, people wear diapers to the New Year's Eve
Rockin'
ball
Eve.
drop. They do. I'm telling you, did you not see all of the top?
You would have to. Anyone who's been there, anyone who has spent New Year's Eve in Times Square, let us know.
Please let us know.
Where
Please
did
let
you
us
go
know.
to the restroom?
Where did you get your diapers? There's a Walgreens in Times Square. Like there's like a big one on a corner, right? Somewhere down there.
Sure.
Over by the ESPN zone.
Sure.
And you guys, listen, here's the thing. Over just sandwiched between the ESPN zone and Bubba Gump Shrimp is a die store. Where you
Next to TGI Fridays.
Where you can, you got to stock up on diapers for New Year's Eve, CVS.
For reals, though.
I'm telling you.
Because people are indulging in all kind of liquids down there. What do you do?
You wear a diaper. I'm telling you, people, I'm not joking that people are probably wearing diapers on New Year's Eve.
They make them thin.
Dude.
Nobody would know.
Just out here, just simultaneously peeing your pants and hearing Carson Daly get all jacked up about some stuff.
Is he still doing that?
I don't know. He keeps getting work.
They don't have, what was the name? TRL, Total Request Live.
Remember rushing home from school
to watch
TRL?
You know what, though? We didn't have MTV because Crindy wouldn't let us.
That's not true. When I was in high school, we 100% had
Well,
MTV.
I had moved out by then, and I have beef with
Yeah.
Crindy.
So what that really means to me is that you were the one who was just like, no, we can't have MTV. You were the high schooler who was like, I don't want this sinful assault.
Just
Be careful,
real-
little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Limp Bizkit's on the TV and they're talking about their cinnies and they're doing lots of diapers on their feet. I don't know. I wandered into it.
Are you good?
No.
Gosh. So yeah, you were probably recovering on New Year's from our fun-filled weekend in Fort Worth.
Producer just Googled. It's popping up.
Surely there's
his
no
Google
TRL.
search was New Year's Eve Times Square diapers. And what came up was
Oh no.
the advantage of wearing diapers New Year's Eve in New York City Times Square or any holiday is that you gain the enjoyment of using your own restroom without being disturbed. It would be fun to make it happen all around the world so that you'll stay clean, comfortable, and lucky.
I'm sorry, what?
Do people wear diapers on New Year's Eve? People actually do this. Adult diapers. Okay, this tip isn't for everyone, but there are no bathrooms and viewing areas, and you might be getting there early in the afternoon.
I'm sorry. What?
You were today years old when you learned.
People do this.
As you scan that crowd with your eyes,
Oh no.
I wonder what percentage of them are peeing right then. Right at that moment, locking eyes with you, watching Fergie do front flips, whatever's going on the stage.
Whoever these youths are,
Whoever's up here
doing
performing,
their thing, their
Yeah.
TikTok.
watching whatever
no.
whatever TikTok rapper spit his hot fire flows, filling your Pampers with wee wee.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, happy poo year.
Listen, this is mind blowing.
Dude, you'll know it's for real whenever, like next year, it's like this year's New Year's Rockin' Eve brought to you by Pampers. Every top hat handed out's got the Pampers logo on it.
Stop it right now.
I'm just saying.
I love how it said, this tip isn't for everyone.
You
Yeah.
don't say.
Oh,
You don't say, internet. Can I tell you something, producer? This
I
moment,
love the search terms that
this
you
very moment is the most valuable you've ever been to this podcast.
You're bringing us a lot of joy, man.
Finding out that people officially
Actually,
strap up the dighties.
I am.
Strap up the dighties for a night out.
It really does answer a lot of questions, though. Because I think once you're in there, there's no coming out of there.
It's a prison. It
I
is
think
a
they
man-made.
box you in with like velvet ropes.
Yeah, it's a man-made meat prison. You're just surrounded by people. And listen, here's my question.
What?
I wonder, New York City, right? The city that never sleeps. Big Apple. So when the ball drops, people go out and do more partying. They probably go other places. Where did they discard of their New Year's Rockin' Eve PP pants? Do they take them? Do they just wear them to O'Connell's pub on the corner and just spend the rest of the evening doing Irish car bombs and flaming Dr. Peppers while wearing a soaked diaper? Or are there diaper depositories where on the way out of Times Square, you toss your dighty? You toss your nappies in the sack.
Dude, no, this is the worst.
Just squishing out of there.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I've never wanted to go to that, and now
I do. Oh, you do?
My gosh, Brandon.
This is great because
This is primo content.
no, to
here.
me, this is my favorite because this is just news to you. So you're letting it go on way longer than any potty talk ever has on this show.
It should be news to you.
Listen,
You've mused on it, but you have
I
never
have
confirmed.
scoured the internet. And you know where I learned about wearing diapers to Times Square? From Coco Chanel's biography, where she said, before you leave the house, remove one accessory and put on one diaper because you don't want to pee-pee.
You don't want to be without.
Also, Heather Borson is going to love this bit because
she's probably spent New Year's in Times Square.
She wears a diaper everywhere.
No, she doesn't, but she can maybe give us the inside scoop. Heather, come on the pod and let's chat about this.
Hey, Heather, come explain what is going on.
What is going on? Because you know what, as humanity, we've lost our way. If this is our solution.
It's an elegant solution. Listen, sometimes the simplest solutions are the most elegant solutions. What are we to do?
Listen.
Would you rather people not wear diapers?
Anyway, so let's talk about our fun-filled weekend in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
That was a delight. I'll tell you what, that was the reprieve that my soul needed. That I enjoyed every second of that experience. And that's saying a lot. Because Jeff and
I hate most everything.
Right? Pool of neuroses.
It's bubbling all around me.
So Jeff and I drove down to Fort Worth, which I said, I cannot remember the last time it was just the two of us in the car for this length of time.
I'm sorry.
I can't remember it because there's always other people in the car with us. There's children.
You are surrounded by churns.
All the time.
All the time.
Really? And so we had just a lovely road trip down there together, which was lovely.
You are getting some mileage out of the word lovely in this conversation.
Pizza pie. A lovely pizza pie.
You know what? Fair enough.
Right. And so anyway, we drove down to see you perform. You opened for Grady Spencer in the Work at Tannehill's Tavern.
Hey, Grady.
Hi, Grady.
Dear friend of the pod, incredible musician.
Incredible.
And even better dude.
Better human being.
Super sweet.
Best.
Person. And
gave me a big old hug when I saw him.
Yeah, he did. And I'll tell you why.
So dear.
Because he could tell you needed one. He saw you walk in and he got, oh no.
Oh no, here she comes.
He's a slow cooker of positivity.
That's right.
You're a slow cooker of neuroses, and he thought, you know what?
She needs this.
Come on over here.
Get over here.
Get over here and get some of this sunshine.
Mm-hmm. And I did.
And I did. And it didn't help. I'm still
No, like I said, this is the best trip ever. Okay, so Friday night, we drove down Friday morning to see you play Friday night at Tannehill's.
Yeah, you did.
And Tannehill's Tavern, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So first and foremost,
yes, okay.
I have thanked him directly, but I would like to thank you, Grady, for including us in your special night because they recorded, shout out Grady Spencer and the Work, a live album and a live concert video of the album. Grady did all this work. Yeah, Grady and the Work. Went around town, getting all the cameras, getting everything set up. Man was hustling his buns off, and he got it all together. And I could tell that he was making sure everything was there and ready to go. And this was a really important night for them. So for them to trust us, of all people,
stop it,
with that evening was incredible. So
okay, but before you go on, can I tell the people? So Grady has coined your band name, because of the pod, guys.
He did.
He has now. I've seen it happen 2 times in public. Once at Beer City here in Oklahoma City, and then once at Tannehill's Tavern. He's introduced you as Brandon Birdwell and the Warm Hearts.
Yeah, and he just did it, and it sounded cool. And when he did it, I was like, man, that is a way cooler band name than we normally have. Because do you know what our band name was going to be
this time?
This time, if it wasn't the Warm Hearts?
No.
Brandon Birdwell and the Capable Boys. So when I introduced them, I referred to them as, and these capable boys are the Warm Hearts.
You did 2 for 1.
Which I love, the Capable Boys as a band name, because it's just
especially when you're opening for Grady Spencer and the Work.
It's such a cool band name, and we're
these guys are capable.
And they're not gonna rock your socks off or anything, but they're pretty capable.
They're
meh. Brandon Birdwell and Benign Non Sequitur. Brandon Birdwell and the okay. No, but
anyway, I just wanted to share that.
Yes, Tannehill's Tavern, new concert venue.
Amazing.
And tavern music hall kind of vibe. It's called Tannehill's Tavern and Music Hall
in the Fort Worth Stockyards.
Cool area.
Never been there.
Man, talk about packed in and need a diaper.
Oh, so many people.
Crowded.
A lot of cowboys down there.
A lot of cowboys down there.
Yeah. Love the great state of Texas.
Yeah. So, but the place, beautiful, super cool new venue.
Yeah. 1,000 people can fit in that place. Guys.
I think that's right.
It's big.
I think that's right. But it was, listen, I'll tell you this right now. I don't know exactly how many people can fit in there, but
It was packed out.
it was pretty full.
It was real full.
And rightfully so. Everybody out there to see Grady Spencer and the work, do the work. And it was wonderful.
And
it was
Brandon and the Capable Boys.
We were pretty capable.
You were.
It was fun.
It was wonderful. The sound was great. Just amazing. I would like to share with the listeners a little bit about the background, the slide that was behind you while you were playing. When I walked in, they had this amazing like screen behind the stage where like when Grady played, they had his logo up there and it was V cool. When Brandon played, they had his name up there and they were trying to get the font just right. And so when I walked in, it was Grady and your buddy Cody, who played with you, Cody Culberson, also amazing musician. And they were trying to get your font just right. And I did hear them pushing real hard for Comic Sans.
Yeah. And then Cody came backstage only to make it a point to tell me that it was going to be Comic Sans.
Yes.
And honestly, at that point, I was just like, okay, if I walk out there, if I have to pogo stick out there,
Yes.
and play in front of a Comic Sans
Background.
that's fine. It won't change
And
anything.
you didn't. It was a cool font.
It was a cool font, and
It was like a type.
yeah, I would have had a logo up there if I'd have known. But you know what? The fact that they scrambled at the last minute to even put my name up there
Let
at all
people
was
know who you guys
was
were.
Yeah, so people could be like, oh hey,
Oh, hey,
that's that guy.
that's that guy.
Yeah.
He's capable.
He's surrounded by capable boys. We can't speak to how capable he is.
No, but it was so good. It was so good. You guys did great. Everything was like tight and just good. The sound was amazing.
Great music spot.
I was so proud of you. And did I video a whole lot of it? Yes, I did.
You did.
Because I always do.
Yeah.
And the lady next to me, about 40 minutes in, not that I didn't video for 40 solid minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
But every now and then I put my phone on and she goes, "Is that your family?" And I was like, "It sure is. I'm a proud big sister." She was like, "I can tell."
Did you say that?
I did.
That's.
You know what, mister?
I'm a capable big sister.
Yeah, I am.
Where's the bathroom? Just kidding. Don't need it.
Don't need it.
No, but so
Ew.
I get told a lot. First off, when I walked on stage,
Yeah.
and I saw so many cowboy hats,
So
and I saw
many.
people looking at me, and we're not particularly country, but we we lean that way a little bit.
There's
here and
a
there.
little bit, yeah.
But we were about to start playing, and I was like, okay,
I had a moment
here it goes.
where I was like, "Is he gonna win these Cowboys over?
We did.
Is he gonna do it?"
We did. And everyone, like, so cool. I don't know that I've ever been approached by more people after the show with kind words and affirmations and people buying records and asking me to sign them. But my favorite thing is I get told that I sound,
I love this.
I get told that I sound like so many different people. It's quite literally, I sound
Like everyone.
I sound different to everyone, apparently.
Look, this comes as no surprise to our listeners. They've heard you do impressions.
I've received
of just about everyone.
I've received everything
You're
from
a vocal chameleon.
Yeah, I've been told I sound like Chad Kroeger from Nickelback before. but when the person said it, I could tell they were coming at it from a place of, oh no, I like Chad Kroeger, so I didn't take it as an insult.
No, it was a compliment.
Despite how much I wanted to, I was like, you know what? They like Chad Kroeger, so it's cool. So
Thank you.
on this night, I was told that I sounded like 3 different people.
Yes.
One is a country music artist named Cody West.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
I'm not really either, but the guy said, do you listen to Cody West? I go, I know the name, but I'm not familiar. He goes, oh, really? You sound exactly like him, man. And very complimentary. Clearly liked Cody West. Next person comes up to me and says, and she started off by saying, now don't take this the wrong way.
And you're like stealing yourself.
And the minute I heard, don't take this the wrong way, I was like, oh no. She goes, but I like your songs, but they would be even better as Rob Thomas songs. And I was like, okay, now what? And she was like, Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20. I'm
No,
I know.
I'm familiar.
And she was like, and I go, being kind of go, oh, thank you so much. That's great. I'll take that all day. I think I said, I'll take that as a compliment. And she goes, oh, you should, because he's a legend. That's what she said. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Then at the end of the night, a lady came up to me and said, are you attached to that hat? I was wearing a hat that said okay on it for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm pretty attached to it.
I like it a lot.
And she's like, well, can I have it? And I was like, no, you can't have it.
Can I say something? That's a thing. I have heard of ladies
They did it
doing that.
They did it at that one show.
Yes.
At that pool party that I played.
Yes.
Talking about Tannehill's Tavern and pool parties, baby.
And people were like, Yeah, she does that. That's like her thing.
Yeah.
Is that she will ask the performer for his hat.
Yeah. Well, so
Anyway.
what I did was I go, well, I'll give you the website of the place where I got it. And I wrote it down and I handed it to her, and her husband took it and goes, you know what she said about you? And I said, what? And he goes, she called you the Oklahoma Jimmy Buffett. And
Oh, what?
And I sat there, confused as all get out,
Stupefied.
as confused as I've ever been. And then she followed up with, "'Cause you sound like him." And then they vanished into the crowd, never to be seen or heard from again.
Waddled off in their diapers.
They sloshed,
Their Pampers.
sloshed out of Tannehills. Man, but just, I don't know how I don't start making Oklahoma Jimmy Buffett t-shirts to sell at shows and confuse the daylights out of everybody. You don't sound like Jimmy Buffett at all. Your sad boy music is not about island living, easy going, toes in the sand, cheeseburger in paradise. Here I'm singing about anxieties. Just being a sad singer-songwriter while he's out there in paradise talking about Margaritaville. Oklahoma Jimmy Buffett sad boy.
Amazing. Just the three of those voices so different.
Could not be more different. Although I can say that I've been told I look like everybody under the sun over the course of my life. I've been told, guys, I'm not going to brag about it. I've been told I look like Tom Brady. I've been told I look like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. I look like everybody. I could rob so many banks and no one could
You're a
point me out. It's
chameleon.
true.
I get told that I look like people, but no one famous.
No,
It's
well,
always like,
you look like
"Hey."
my cousin Becky.
Totally. It's always just normal people. And I'm like, okay, cool.
You look like my cousin Becky. She's pretty in the face. That's always my favorite when people say that about someone. She's real pretty in the face.
Purdy.
She's pretty in the face.
Oh my gosh. Well, this was a phenomenal weekend, and we got to spend time with good friends. Our friend Weiser and his wife Emily went with us, and we ate at some great places, and new friendships were forged between, for example, Cody and Jeff. Those guys have been needing to meet for years.
They've been circling each other for years.
Right. And they did it.
And I'm pretty sure I wasn't there for the initial meeting because I was backstage.
Backstage.
I'm positive.
In your dressing room with your name on the door.
I know, right?
I took a picture of it.
I'm positive that they had to have embraced right at meeting. Did they embrace?
Cody, yes.
Cody's a hugger.
He hugged me at first meeting.
And what's funny is I just called Cody a hugger. He would turn around and be like, "Brandon, you're a hugger," which I am.
You are.
But Cody's a big time hugger. And I'll
He's
tell you
a
what,
hugger right out the gate.
don't tell him I said this because I hate him, but I
love him.
He gives a mighty fine hug.
He does.
It's a very genuine and a warm hug from Corby Vington.
It is. But that was fun, like just connecting with people and spending time, and just it was a fun tank filling weekend. And once again, just proud of you.
It was a fun diaper filling weekend.
I'll stand in the back of your shows and film for 40 minutes straight every time.
Listen, I appreciate it.
And I'll send them to you the next day.
I'm aware. I received all of them.
Every time. But yeah, that was a really, really great thing. And it's been a great couple weeks. We were finally able to celebrate Christmas with Jeff's parents.
Nice.
They were sick.
So they got over.
They got over it. It was the Corvid guys.
They got over the Corbin.
And they're doing great. So grateful that they're feeling well. No lasting effects, it seems. But you know how Christmas goes over there.
Yo, yeah. Feliz Navidad.
You've been part of it.
I've been part of it the once, and I don't know if I embarrassed myself. I don't know what I did, but I've not been invited back since.
You're welcome anytime. So Jeff's dad grew up in New Mexico, so he cooks this amazing New Mexican feast, complete with tamales and red chili. Sometimes green chili is involved as well.
Which,
and then if you mix them,
Christmas.
You call it Christmas. That's how you order it in New Mexico. If you want red and green, you can say, "I'd like that with Christmas, please." And then we had pozole.
Ooh, I love pozole.
I
had never had a proper pozole until this year when I played a show with Chris Weiser of the Sugar Free All Stars. Yeah. And
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. In between sets, in between shows, we stopped off at this like kind of hole in the wall Mexican place, and we got green pozole.
So good.
It was so hot outside, too hot for soup, far too hot for soup. But I'll tell you what. Weiser and I tucked in, baby, sitting there with the big spoon, just sweating into our pozole, just shoveling it into our fat faces.
Oh, goodness, dude.
And dude. Well, and then we both had a little bit left over. And so we took the pozole in the car and left it in the cup holders during the show. And there was a moment when we went out to the car and I looked down at our joint pozoles and I thought, there's no way this pozole is still okay to eat. And Weiser said out loud, that's probably still okay to eat. Oh. And I'm pretty sure he crushed the rest of his pozole that evening. And he's fine. And he's fine. He might have had mine. I think I left it in the car.
It's so good. I will go back and back and back. And then if you have a little chopped white onion, a little cilantro,
okay,
and a fresh lime to squeeze in there.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Oh, baby.
I would try not to be too heavy-handed on the white onion because it can take over the flavor of the dish. But
just a little,
like how you do it on a street, like on a street taco.
Yeah,
almost how it turns into a paste when you bite it, almost.
Right,
yeah.
Just very finely chopped.
Yeah,
and then we also had pinto beans that had been grown in New Mexico from the area that Jeff's dad's mom grew up on, a pinto bean farm.
Okay,
out there.
Didn't know that. That's an interesting factoid.
I learned that too. They served them ham hock. The way Grindy does her black beans. But then they put these little crunchy corn guys in there called chicas.
Okay.
Yeah. And it just adds like a little texture, little nuttiness, little crunch.
Yeah.
So we do that. We do Feliz Navidad. But in recent years for the children, they've added in homemade steak fingers and mashed potatoes.
I mean, listen.
So good.
It's basically an elevated Hungry Man dinner is what they made for the kids.
Way elevated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but what they did, that's almost like Snack v Chef or whatever you watch, where they took like a trashy concept and turned it into something delicious.
Totally.
I love that.
So yesterday we did something fun. We went to Flick's Brew House.
Have not been yet, but I'm familiar with the concept.
We took the kids to see movies. Harrison met up with a friend, and then Hope and Asher and I went to see Avatar: The Way of Water.
Man,
guys, it's long.
I know, and here's the thing: I need to see it in the theaters because once you watch an Avatar in the theaters, you've seen it, and if you try to watch it at home, it looks like a stupid video game and not good. But on the screen, I'm sure it's stunning.
Yes.
My problem is I just don't want to leave the house.
For 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's so long.
It's just a whole schlep to get down there.
I'll tell you what, I missed the Avatar 1 boat. I don't know what I was doing.
You didn't see it in theaters?
No.
What
was I doing?
Reading Emily Dickinson and crying in your bath.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember what year that came out. I did not even see it in the theater. I didn't even know what it was about. I saw Avatar 1.
On the TV.
On the TV last year.
And it looks stupid.
It's stupid.
It doesn't look good.
It wasn't
good. But on the big screen, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
Because you're like in it.
Yes. I'll tell you what, though. This movie, though V-long,
like truly a diaper movie. Like it is genuinely
I
a diaper movie.
went to the restroom like 3 times. I kept texting Heather, my bestie. Hi, Heather. I kept texting her and I was like, in case you're wondering, I'm still in Avatar.
Yeah.
And she said, I know. And she kept sending me texts.
In case you're wondering, I'm still in Pandora, in case you're wondering.
I'm still in Pandora. She kept sending me things, like long things to read. And she was like, I know. I thought you might need some reading material. And I was like, you know what I do? I will say this, though, for it. It was beautiful. This one, it's right there in the name. It's underwater.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Did you know that all of the actors and actresses had to do like free diving breathing training so that they could hold their breath underwater for minutes upon minutes on minutes? I think Kate Winslet.
That's not true.
I think Kate Winslet held her breath for like 5 or 6 minutes at one point to act scenes out. Look that up, producer.
Baloney is what that is. Anyway, but I will say this. I enjoyed it far more than the first one. There's much more character development. I got teary-eyed a couple times. This is a sad one. Guys, no spoilers, but there's emotion in here. A lot of emotion.
Avatar, the waterworks.
Waterworks.
Right?
That's it. They should have gone with the missed opportunity.
Kate Winslet broke Tom Cruise's breath-holding record on a film set by clearing 7 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Makes you wonder how she couldn't have just given Leo a little bit of space on that driftwood.
Get off the door.
You can breathe you don't need to breathe for 7 minutes underwater.
Get off that door.
He's so cold.
He's so cold.
He's so cold and handsome.
I hated that scene.
She was done with him. That's what happened.
I think so.
To the dregs, to the depths.
With you.
To Davy Jones' locker with you, Gilbert
I'll
Grape's
take these
brother.
memories of this love affair and I'll live my life,
And
my privileged life.
And then I'm
Bye.
also going to throw a priceless necklace in the water. I'm going to throw it in the water just to say, nah.
Because I can.
It's a metaphor. You were a priceless necklace, and I threw you in the water.
Listen, every time I watch that scene, which isn't often, because that's a commitment. Speaking of diaper movies, Titanic.
Super diaper. Well, listen, James Cameron's
Cameron.
he's a diaper movie man. James Cameron's a diaper movie man. He really is. 7-minute, 15-second officially. Producer, thank you for that.
Dang.
No joke, dude.
I love her.
Listen, I'll tell you this
That makes
about
me respect her all the more.
Kate Winslet is just when you think that she's accomplished everything that she can in acting,
Cinema.
she stops breathing for
stops
7
breathing.
minutes.
Yeah.
Not only did her performance leave us breathless, it left her breathless as well. But she doesn't need it.
She doesn't need the breath.
Can I tell you guys something?
Okay.
Kate Winslet's better than you. Kate Winslet's better than all of you. And if you
She deserved that door.
if you were drowning in the icy cold water, you don't deserve to float with Kate Winslet.
With Rose.
You don't deserve to breathe the same breath as Kate Winslet. She doesn't even need it. She's stockpiling it.
She doesn't need it.
She's like a breath camel.
Every time I watch that scene in Titanic, I'm like, he's going to make it this time.
He's never going to, though. You know that, right?
Never.
I
I wish it was like one of those things like
Choose
choose
your
your
own
own ending.
Choose your own adventure. Titanic. You know what? I don't even want the boat to crash this time. They're going to get where they're going. It's going to be fine.
And Rose and Jack are going to live a life of poverty.
God, it's going to cut forward to them arguing over the heating bill.
No, their last scraps of coal.
They're literally sitting here. Rose, I told you that we're saving that for Wednesday. We're having company over.
And it'll be like the Disney movies where they're slicing their last ham where it's like paper thin.
Yeah, it cuts to them. They're essentially the Bucket family from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yes. They have all these people, just grandparents piled into beds.
Their feet are sticking out with holy socks.
Gosh, I love the whole theory about how Grandpa Joe is the greatest villain of all time because he just spent decades just mooching off of his poor family. And the minute he gets the chance to go to a chocolate factory, he can moonwalk.
He's dancing.
He's dancing.
And singing.
His legs didn't even fall asleep. Sometimes I get off the toilet and I fall into the wall because I've been there too long. Grandpa Joe hasn't moved for years. He's a bed diaper man. What? Sometimes Wordle takes too long. Sometimes I get sucked into a BuzzFeed rabbit hole about like 42 bizarre celebrity facts that'll make you never see Tim Allen the same way again. And your legs fall asleep and you fall face first into the wall, getting off the toilet.
It's never happened to me.
You haven't lived, baby.
Listen, speaking of that, a weird thing that's happened to my algorithm is that
they heard me talking and
they did. No, I'm in the otter algorithm now.
Oh, but that's an adorable place to be.
It's adorable. Otters eating.
Yeah.
Otters holding hands.
Otters cracking open food on their tummies.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Precious.
Yeah, I like an otter. But here's the thing.
Say it real loud into your iPhone.
Here's the thing about an otter, though.
Otter.
Don't trust one because they'll bite your face.
Will they?
I don't know. I've never been around.
They have little teeth.
Yeah, but
little puppy teeth.
Yeah, but a puppy with the little dagger teeth.
They'll get you.
Needles.
Needle teeth. But anyway, I'm in the. So anyway, I want to know the weirdest thing about your algorithm, guys. This could be a new thing. Let us know what algorithm you're in, even if it's weird. Let us know. DM us your algorithms. SpeakPipe us your algorithms. Remember, we have SpeakPipe, www.speakpipe.com/coldhands_warmhearts. We want to know what your algorithms are. Weird ones.
I don't like all of your segment suggestions.
Yeah.
I.e. teenage texts that never got legs because no one cared.
That kind of morphed into accidental texts, which we love.
But it started precarious.
Look, it's a journey.
Inauspicious beginnings with teenage texts. But listen, this one I like a lot.
Anyway.
This one I like a lot. Otters live near lakes. It may be impossible. It may seem impossible that otters are dangerous. However, otters can be aggressive when necessary. I think that maybe just don't mess with an otter.
Don't mess. They'll defend their hearth and home.
That's what an otter will do. That's what an otter will do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say otter videos, cute otters eating shells.
Subaru Forester.
Otter.
DJ Khaled.
Pizza pie.
Pizza pie. Diapers.
Pickles.
Diaper pickles.
Anyway, the more we say these words, guys, they're gonna pop up on your thing. So if you do get into the Otter algorithm because of this, let us know.
I love that people repeat mantras to find inner peace, and we're repeating them to get otters on our phones. We are literally trying to summon otters through technology.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. If you guys get an otter video, we want to hear about it because that's funny. So this reminds me of I don't know why it reminds me of this. Maybe just asking you guys, how's your algorithm? How's that going for you? How's your algorithm in the new year?
God, how's your algorithm needs a theme song for sure.
It really does. But this reminds me of a thing that happened on staff the other day. Our dear friend and mental health professional, Angie. Hi, Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Angie serves with us on the California Praisins, a.k.a.
Gluten-free communion.
our worship team at church.
Gluten-free communion and the capable boys and gals.
That's right.
Yeah.
So she came and did this like workshop for us as a staff, and she introduced this thing to us the other day called the Healthy Mind Platter. Have you heard of this thing?
No, I have not.
The Healthy Mind Platter. And I thought it might be fun to tell the listeners about it for the new year because
Because if you're going to go anywhere for your mental health advice,
yeah, it's here.
It's to us. We're the ones, the emotionless robot and the wet blanket of neuroses in the slow cooker.
That's right.
We're here to guys. Listen, you doing okay? We can guide you through whatever problems you're dealing with because we've got ours under control.
How's your mind platter?
How's your mind platter?
Is it healthy?
Mine's a poo-poo platter is what it is. Angie, fix it. Angie?
Angie, help.
Can you wave your magic therapy wand over my poo-poo platter and turn it into a happy plate?
Oh, listen.
Can you do that?
A happy plate. No, listen, here's this thing. There are 7 daily essential mental activities that optimize brain matter and create well-being. This is by Dr. Dan Siegel, okay? Giving him credit. So he says that each day...
I've heard that Dr. Siegel is litigious, so good job shouting him out and giving him credit.
Really?
He sues everybody.
What?
Are you serious? I've never heard of this person. What? Like, why are you looking?
No, you just looked so like serious.
It's because I'm committed. I'm the Kate Winslet of podcasting.
Redact.
Don't.
Anyway, so there's 7 things that you need to experience each day for optimal brain matter.
Okay.
Ready for it? In the new year, guys, everybody's going to need sleep time.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Time in. So this means like time in is when we quietly reflect internally.
How long?
Focusing, I don't know.
Come on.
You just need it each day. You need all these things each day.
I'm drowning here and you've got a door.
Focusing on sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts.
So essentially like meditative practice of some sort.
Totally.
Okay, cool.
So sleep time, time in, downtime, where you're not really processing with your brain. You're kind of turning it off.
I'm bad about that.
I am so bad about
You
that.
don't say.
Shut it.
No,
Technology.
you seem so centered all the time. Oh,
Listen,
you're more centered than I am.
I'm trying to help us with our healthy mind platter. Downtime, playtime. You need it.
I'm good about that.
Yes, you are. Connecting time
Yeah,
with other people.
great.
Focus time, where you are applying yourself and engaging your brain.
I feel like that focus time and playtime for me oftentimes
Yeah,
overlap because it'll be like a lot of music stuff. And I feel like that's where those both go.
totally.
This is called justification of my activities. I'm over here justifying my poo-poo platter.
Have my mind poo-poo platter. And then the last one is physical time. So physical activity. These are the things we all need to strengthen our brain. So in the new year, which of these 7 do you need to focus on the most? Would you say?
Man, I've always been pretty good about physical time, but
Yes.
over the last couple years, it's not as good as it should be. So probably that's some. I also think that I don't think that this is one that I need to improve on necessarily, but want to continue to double down on is like the focus time to try to like focus on a thing, which would for me would be like music and music creation and things like that. And because it brings me joy too. So
Yeah.
I'm getting a 2-fer with that one. It's playtime and focus time.
How's your sleep? How's that going?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's better now
Sure.
that I don't have a beagle that wakes me up at 3, 4, 5,
And your child
6.
is older.
Yeah, but that's the worst. You know what he did the other day?
Oh, no.
We were doing an office sleepover, as we are wont to do.
Yes.
And I felt no words, nothing. I felt a single 10-year-old finger poking into the side of my face.
Sure.
I was stone cold asleep.
Yeah.
Poke, poke, poke. And I open my eyes and I go, what, buddy? And he goes, Dad, I know I've been asking a lot lately, but what time is it?
Oh.
And I said, it's 4:51, pal. And he goes, okay, thanks, night. And then he rolled over and fell promptly back asleep.
And you were awake for the rest of the night.
I could not go back to sleep.
Oh, gosh.
4:51 on.
Kids, man.
Because he needed to know.
He needed to know. And there was nowhere else to find out.
But it was the sweetest thing ever. Is he just goes, love you, good night, and then just rolled over and just out. What?
Sweet.
Which of the things are you going to clean up your poo-poo platter with?
Thanks for asking.
I know. This is bonding to whatever time.
Sure. It's connecting time. Mine's definitely physical time. Pre-pandemic, I was in the best shape of my life.
Same.
I really was.
Same.
You even commented on my little muscles that I had.
And that's how I said it.
You did.
Hey, look at those little muscles.
Look at those little guys.
How about you?
I know.
How about you, Stretch?
It's all I can hope to.
How you doing over there, String Vein? You good?
No, but I was really proud of myself because I did strength training. I did weight training, and I've never felt better. So in the new year, listeners, hold me accountable.
Oh gosh, no, do not. Let's not turn this into an accountability group because
I want it. I need it.
Can't let the audience down.
I need it.
I used your audience.
And that's why I'm asking them because I hate disappointing people
if you
more
guys
than
start,
anything else.
If you guys start to notice that I'm saying my B's like I'm B word fat, I'm like a bowl of soup, a big bowl of soup, then you know that I'm not focusing on my physical time. Hey everybody, welcome to Cool Hands.
Oh my God.
You'll hear it in my voice if I'm not being physical enough.
Oh my God.
One half of the Cold Hand podcasting.
Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on that. But let's take some time in the new year to strengthen this.
Cindy's music started. I did not realize it was in the thing. Guys, this is what it's all about.
Producer,
hold on just a second.
wake up.
You know, we're just gonna enjoy the fact that it's playing for a second.
Well, here, no, leave it on. I'll do a cringy reviews.
You better hurry.
We'll go a little out of order. I suppose I could say something about Puss in Boots. She took the kids to see that the other day. Yeah. I give it 3 warm hearts and 1 cold hand. I think they assumed the audience had seen the 2 or 15 or however many came before this one, and it came in hot right at the beginning with some massive fight with the cat versus everyone at a restaurant or someplace scene that went on and on and on and on. I kept wondering if A, it would ever end, B, what was going on, C, why my seat wouldn't recline as far back as Ben's, and if the concession stand would give me a free popcorn since I dropped my full kids pack on the floor whilst fighting with my chair. Then mercifully the fight/singing scene is over and I start getting the storyline. Puss has used up all but one of his lives. Oh no. Then here comes a rogue Goldilocks and her 3 bears with what it means to be a real family theme, trying to snare a wishing star that the cat wants.
A rogue Goldilocks.
You get the picture. I sure don't want to be a spoiler on this one. The star of the show is a thoroughly evil and humorous Big Jack Horner, voiced by John Mulvaney, one of Brandon's favorite comedians.
Put a pin in that, but keep going.
Who has left his job as a pie tester to rule the world. Oh, brother. He earned the whole show an extra star. The kids might really like it, and Antonio Banderas as the cat is pretty great. Selma Hayek and Florence Pugh, tell me she didn't get bullied for that name, also do voices, so that was fun. It was okay. I'm kind of glad the cat just has 1 life left. Sorry, not sorry.
John Mulaney.
Oh, I was reading and there's a V in there.
That's the most Cindy Birdwell thing ever to be like, Crindy will mispronounce a name.
And
John Mulvaney.
I love it. And that's what's written.
Brandon's favorite stand-up comic, Jonathan Mulvaney. All right.
She knows what she's talking about, and she's not wrong.
No, she's not.
Anyway, what you been watching, reading, or listening to, B?
Oh, my goodness. I still that 33 and a third book.
Yeah.
Listen to a lot of Grady Spencer and the Work to get geared up for the show because they're great. Listen to
They're so great.
Matt Mason's new record a bunch. Maybe I've said that one before. So those would be mine.
Okay. We have been watching, the kids love a season of Survivor. So we've been doing season 43 of Survivor.
Is it the new one?
I believe it's the new one, yeah. Man, they're in Fiji.
It's wild that there are so many seasons of that
Listen, Probst is still rocking.
Can I tell you something? I'm going to actually throw one in that we are watching, which is so out of the blue. Ben has decided he wants to, and this is a commitment. Speaking of a show with a ton of seasons, Ben decided he wanted to start watching The Simpsons from episode 1.
Whoa.
So we're like done with season 1.
That's a fun experiment. Is he loving it?
Dude, it's great. It's been so fun. And it's really nostalgic for me, especially those early seasons, because I remember it was like naughty to watch The Simpsons when we were a kid.
You were like his age.
Yeah. And listen, it's really fun, but it's a lot of seasons. So
buckle up.
I'm diaper up. Diaper up, because here comes Bart.
Title.
Diaper up, because here comes Bart Simpson.
Well, we've been doing that. Obviously, we saw Avatar. One other thing I'm not proud of, and I did speak with some of the other gals on the Fort Worth trip about this. I've been watching the new season of Emily in Paris. I'm not proud of it. It's real dumb.
I've heard that it's bad. I've heard that it's worse than previous seasons.
It's not good, but she's darling. They're all darling. I love to see what they're all wearing. You know, haute couture.
Yeah, well,
Circle back to Chanel.
I watch shows for the fashion.
You do, for the haute couture. Anyway, I have in all bolds here that we are not to forget the warm hearts this week, because we forgot them last week.
We did, and you turned up on the heat on your Neuroses slow cooker about that one.
Well, I said it's right there in the name.
I was so mad at myself because I went back and did it, and I was like, whatever, I'll do it. Bleh. And I did it in there, and then I started the upload of the episode.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep, and I woke up the next morning at 5:30.
Yeah.
And the episode hadn't loaded right. So I was scrambling, trying to load it. I was all mad. And I kept like mumbling under my breath. It's like, Ashley with warm hearts. Ashley with your stupid warm hearts. And I keep reloading and just trying to make sure that it worked. Warm, fricka, warm hearts. Anyway.
Like the dad and...
My warm heart is being told that I'm the Oklahoma Jimmy Buffett.
That'll warm it right up.
Just kind of that. But really, the reception of a room full of strangers being so unbelievably very receptive and kind. You know, you put music out and do the thing, and it's a vulnerable, weird thing. So to have people be really kind and receptive was pretty great. Because I had a lot of anxiety going into this show for some weird reason. So
it's a big one.
But it worked out, and everyone was great. What's yours?
That's a singular experience. Not many people will have that experience be. It's a gift.
It was great. I appreciate every one of them.
Mine was a trip to Fort Worth. As I say, it was so soul-filling. Good friends, new friends, good food, good music. What's better? What's better in this life?
I can't imagine any.
All the things that make this life better.
Todos los cosas.
So I want to do quick shout outs to Austin. Hi, Austin.
Hey,
He's been
Austin.
listening for a long time when he commutes to work.
Oh.
Jenny B. This is
Jenny.
different than Jenny C. that I shout out often. And my friend Amanda G.
What is this? The Bachelor? Jenny B. Jenny C.
Totally.
Jenny C. Which Jenny is it right now?
Jenny B.
Jenny B, will you accept this rose?
She will.
Will you accept it? Mm-hmm. Don't speak for her.
Okay.
Speak pipe in whether you'll accept our rose, Jenny B.
But for real,
audience
speak
engagement.
pipe your algorithms.
Do it. Speak pipe them in. And then Amanda, I see on there.
And Amanda G.
Amanda G.
Will you accept this rose?
Please accept our roses. Guys, accept our roses and then tell your friends that you got roses from us.
That's right.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm House. Oh. All the way to the end, almost, with just the whole thing. Guys, so sorry. Bye.